TNT, Divine Dialogue, Father and Son, Explosion. Yes, sir, baby. You already know. Another episode.
Welcome to the TNT podcast. I'm here with my special co-host, my father. Introduce yourself.
You know who I am already. It's the same guy every week, Mr. Money. And I'm here with you, Mr. Divine.
Yep. And we're about to get into another topic of professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling, WWE, and also a little bit of AEW.
Yeah.
Before we start though, I just want to give a boo. So why don't we give a boo today? The boo goes out to all the Warriors fans like you are, Mr. Divine. Your team has fallen by the wayside. Just 2 short years ago, you guys had won the title, but you guys are far from that position now.
I'm aware.
I know. I'm not saying that you even said that they were going to win. You told me that they were not a long time ago. So, you know, some decisions need to be made. I know that Clay wants to get a long-term deal. He went 0 for, I think it was like either 0 for 13, 0 for 14. He went over. I know that.
Yeah, it was 0 for 10, 0 for 6 at 3.
Okay, so it was 0 for 10. So I put it on a little bit more thick. I thought it was 13 or 14, but 0 for 10. Didn't make any shots. Give that another boo, please. That's horrible. Clay, I don't know if you deserve a long-term deal. I don't think so.
I don't think you deserve a deal.
Not at all. So they need to think about what they're going to do with Clay. They need to think about what they're going to do with Steve Kerr. They need to think about what they're going to do with Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm.
That team needs to be blown up, I think. You got 4 championships out of it. Hey, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's going on over there? I see you making some motions. What's going on over there, Mr. Divine?
No, I'm just thinking about the Warriors and how terrible they were. I knew they was going to be terrible. And just a whole lot of stuff that goes into it, into this whole Warrior system. Clay,
Right.
Draymond doesn't know when to stop hitting people.
Right. You know, keep getting flagrants.
Uh-huh.
So,
you know,
then I just don't think that they put enough talent around them. Like they filled up the roster with a whole bunch of nobodies and Chris Paul. Yeah, it was great to have Gary Payton back, but then, you know, he was hurt and in and out of the lineup. So, I mean, there's got to be a lot of decisions being made.
you know, I got a clip incoming from my guy Drewski.
What'd he say? Somebody smell like shit.
Somebody smell like shit.
Hey, you know, on this show
Somebody smell like shit.
Hey, so this show we love us some Drewski. We love us some Drewski, you know. So, thank you for that little clip there, Drewski, man. Hey, give me some could have been records too, man. We need some of that on here this week, man. Get that on there.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. You feel me? That's my show. We love that show. We also love it too, with the security guards too for the could have been records. Hey, the artists and the security guard.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that clip, Drewski. Warriors, get it together. Steph is running out of time. He's 36. He's running out of time.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. That's all I want to discuss. What's going on with you, Mr. Devine? Talk about what's going on with the things you want to talk about regarding WWE. What's going on?
I want to talk about 3 shows.
Okay.
I want to talk about Raw this week. I want to talk about SmackDown this week. And last week, I forgot about that. And AEW Dynasty.
Okay. So why don't we go in order so that we stay on task? What do you want to refer to? What happened on SmackDown last week?
We had...
And before we begin, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to say this. It is Wednesday, April the 17th, 2024. Another show. Thank the Lord for another show, another day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's get back into it. So SmackDown on Friday, what took place?
What took place was we had 2 contenders matches to get a shot at being the number one contender for the WWE Championship
And who's the
against
WWE champion right now?
the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
I know you want to give that a hand clap and cheer. So why
I'm
don't you
not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it?
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
They already know.
Well, you know how I feel about it. I don't feel like Cody is deserving of that. I don't think he wears that as looking like an actual true WWE champion like we've known in the past. But that's my opinion. So what happened? You said it was some number one contenders matches, right?
Yep.
So who was in them and what took place and who was the winner?
The first one was LA Knight beat Bobby Lashley and Santos Escobar.
It was a fatal three-way?
Fatal three-way.
Okay.
He won that one, and then AJ Styles beat Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio in the second triple threat encounter.
Okay. And so didn't we just have AJ against LA Knight?
Yes, we did.
At WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
So we're about to see it again?
Yes.
Oh, well, was it a good match at WrestleMania? What you think?
Yeah, it was a good match.
Okay, so we'll give that a cheer that we get to see it again. Okay, so in the match in WrestleMania with LA Knight and AJ Styles, who won that match?
LA Knight and AJ Styles, you already know who won.
Who won?
Say it with me.
LA Knight. Yeah. Okay, so LA Knight won, huh? Unk won. Well, they both Unk, but Super Unk. I think AJ's older than
AJ
LA.
is more Unk.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, LA won that match. So that means that LA and AJ are going to wrestle when?
This week.
This week at
Yep.
SmackDown?
Yeah.
Is that SmackDown?
That's SmackDown.
So the winner faces
Cody at Backlash.
At Backlash. Okay. Okay. So if that's the case, then are you going to tell me who you predicted to win? Or are you going to wait till the end of the show to tell me who you think is going to win?
I think we got the same answer. You want us to just say it now?
Yeah, we can both say it. Let's see who get. We're gonna do it on three. One, two, three.
AJ
AJ
Styles.
Styles. Yes. It wouldn't make sense for them to give it to LA Knight once again. So yeah, AJ's gonna do something, whether it's a cheat or whatnot. He's gonna get that victory. So yeah, I mean, LA will get his time, and LA will be champion at some point. Especially now that Roman has, is no longer the champion and holding on to the belt. So it'll happen. It's just not right now. Okay. And so what else happened on SmackDown?
What else happened on SmackDown? We had Bailey have her first promo as the WWE Women's Champion. We had Tiffany Stratton come out, and we also had Naomi come out. And next week we have a Women's Championship match between.
Okay, so hold on. Before you do that, you said they came out. So they all came out to the ring at the same time? Is that what you're saying? They all came. I'm not sure.
Bailey came out first. Tiffany came out second. Naomi came out third.
Came out where?
Tiffany came out to confront Bailey, and then Naomi came out to confront Tiffany.
To the ring? Is that what we're referring to?
Yes.
Okay. And so when that happened and they got confronted, what happened at that point?
Yep. And then Naomi and Tiffany battled for a future title match. And that's what happened. And then Naomi won, and now she has a chance to face Bailey at this week's SmackDown.
So, okay. So wait. So it's going to be for the title, Bailey against Naomi this week on SmackDown?
Yes.
For the title?
For the title.
Oh yeah. Well, that just pushes away the dream for Naomi. Give her some crows for that, because the belt's not changing hands on SmackDown. Sorry to say that. Okay. So, what else took place on SmackDown?
We had Jade
Cargill
and Naomi. I mean, not Naomi, Bianca Belair.
Oh boy, you getting the sisters all mixed up?
Big three, I get them confused.
Oh, okay. Because they're black? Because they're all black? Is that what gets you confused?
Stop it.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Stop it.
I don't know how you get confused, but okay. So what happened with them? So it was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yes, versus not Jay Cargill versus Bianca Belair. It was Jay and Bianca
Okay.
versus Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Dewdrop. Okay.
Piper Niven.
Okay. Piper never. And so who won that one?
Of course, we know what it is. Jade and Bianca.
Was it even a? Was
Squash match.
It was a squash match, so it was fast and it was just done and quick and
Easy.
in a hurry.
Yes.
So I don't know if you're thinking like I'm thinking, but I'm thinking that Jade and Bianca, and we talked about this a while ago on the shows, but it seems like Triple H is listening to the show because we said this. It's going to be Jade under Bianca's wing for a moment, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens when that happens?
They're gonna win the tag titles.
They're going to take the tag titles.
Yeah.
And they're going to hold on to them for a moment.
Yes.
And that's going to give Jade some time to develop, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great plan. Put her back out there, get her while she's hot, and let her develop underneath a great superstar like Bianca Belair. Perfect. Okay, let's keep going.
Yep. And we also had a bloodline segment.
Tell me about that.
So
This is all after everything that took place. Roman didn't lost.
Yep.
Jimmy didn't lost.
Yep. Jimmy won this big piece to this.
Okay, so tell me about this. What didn't transpire?
So Paul Heyman does a little introduction and he offers like no excuses. No excuses. Roman lost. He was thinking about Seth, and it's a whole thing going on with this WrestleMania. And so Solo takes the mic and he says, "Losing and winning matters," which is a big problem because he's been losing a lot lately. So I don't know why he's talking like that. And there's consequences to losing. That's what he said. That's what he
Solo
said.
said.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he switches his focus to Jimmy. He gives Jimmy a hug, tells him that he loves him. And then out of nowhere, somebody with a hoodie comes on and attacks Jimmy.
Okay. So let's be clear about what you're saying. So Solo was going after Jimmy, and someone came out of the crowd. Is that what we're saying? What are we saying here?
Somebody came out of the crowd.
Okay. And they had on
A hoodie.
Okay. And so keep going from there. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's following what we're talking about here.
Yep. And the person that was wearing the hoodie and the person that Max itself, who was a new member of the Bloodline, is Tama Tonga. If you don't know who that is, he is a New Japan Pro Wrestling superstar who was also a member of the infamous Bullet Club of New Japan Pro Wrestling, one of the greatest not WWE wrestling factions of all time.
Okay. So why is he coming down to help the bloodline for? What's his purpose?
It was orders of the tribal chief.
Well, okay, that's fine, but why'd they pick him? Who is he?
Who is he?
Yeah.
He's a member of the bloodline. He's a member of that family.
Oh, so he's another member of the Samoan family?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll give him a hand clap for another one. That Samoan family is deep. Matter of fact, they've got a whole bunch of horses in there. Can we get the horses? Let them know that the horses are here. Just horses just coming out the stable. So they got this is another family member.
Yeah.
And isn't there a rumor that there's another family member coming at some point?
Jacob Fatu. Oh, and I also forgot to mention Tama Tonga's father is Haku.
Oh, that's who. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you're talking about the relative that came out with the hoodie on SmackDown. His father is Haku?
Haku.
King Haku.
Haku.
When he went to WCW, his name was Ming. If you don't know who we're talking about, Haku was the king. He got the crown from Harley Race, right?
Yes.
And then he went to WCW and he became Ming. So that's his father.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. these bloodlines, the bloodline runs deep. It runs deep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And so, did anything else happen in the night with the bloodline, or was that just it? They just so okay. So when he came out with the hoodie, what did they do? What happened at that point?
Tama Tonga kept and Solo kept attacking Jimmy.
Oh, so they beat Jimmy down.
Yeah. Yeah, they beat Jimmy down.
Okay. And we're sure that Roman Reigns is the one who sent them?
We are not sure because when Solo grabbed Paul Heyman's phone because Paul Heyman was going to call Roman Reigns,
Mm.
Solo dropped it down. It's like, no, don't call him. That was basically that sign. Don't call him.
And what did he do with the phone? He just dropped it?
He dropped it and he stomped on it.
Oh, he stomped on it. So he was trying to break it.
Yes.
Mm. Okay, so maybe it's not Roman Reigns.
Maybe it's people's champion.
Maybe it's the final boss. Maybe it's someone else.
Maybe it's the Brahma Bull.
Maybe it's Rikishi.
Uh,
I'm just saying, like, we don't know right now. It could be, but I think The Rock may be going off making some movies, so
probably.
maybe we don't know yet.
Uh,
And so, was there any other? Was that the end of the night for the Bloodline, or anything else take place, or what?
yeah. They also had a backstage segment, and Tama basically said, I received orders from the tribal chief, but it wasn't a sign that for Roman. It wasn't a sign for Roman, and Solo's looking like it's not a sign for Roman.
Mm. So, it seems like they're talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll stay tuned to see where that goes, but I can see them making a lot of twists and a lot of different storylines for that because the bloodline is so deep that you can make all types of storylines. So keep it up, Triple H. I like it. I'm always loving the bloodline. Okay, and what else took place that night?
What else took place that night? We also had another Braun Breaker squash match. He faced Cameron Grimes. It was a little back and forth action, but in the end, Braun hit his spear and sent Cameron Grimes home.
Let's shout out Braun and his father and his uncle. They were on Treasures this week, so let's give them a round of applause. I liked it, that Treasures episode with them on it. That was good. That was funny. I liked it. It was a great segment. So definitely good to see the Steiner brothers and their son and their nephew.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, Braun won, which they're building up Braun because he's brand new to the main roster and just left NXT. What else?
We also had the Cody Rhodes promo.
Okay.
Um,
What else?
he was basically explaining everything what happened on the Raw after WrestleMania, talking about The Rock, and then he talked about the opponents that he might face, like Bobby, LA Knight, AJ, Rey
Okay.
Mysterio, Santos Escobar.
Okay.
So basically just explaining everything from the bloodline to the opponents. That was it.
Okay. So he was just talking. Okay. And what else?
We also had a Logan Paul promo.
And what was he talking about?
He was talking about about the win at WrestleMania, I Show Speed coming out, called a new era called the Logan Paul Levesque era.
That's what he calls it?
No.
When does his brother fight Mike Tyson? I want to see that. When does his brother fight Mike Tyson?
It's around the summer.
Okay. I want to see his brother get his head knocked off.
The date is on July 20th.
Oh, July 20th. Okay. I don't know why it's so far down the line, but I'm ready to see that. Okay, so that was another segment for him. Was there anything else? That was it?
That was it.
Okay, let's go move on. So let's go to Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
What took place on Monday Night Raw? Was there anything interesting? What took place?
What took place was, we had Jay Uso to build up his match against Damian Priest. We also
because Jay's the number one contender, right?
yes.
Okay.
And then we also had Rhea Ripley.
Rhea. Okay.
She had to drop her title and had to relinquish it, and so she's not the champion no more because of a shoulder injury that she suffered during a segment with Liv Morgan, who she was supposed to have a feud with.
Didn't Rhea injure Liv Morgan?
Yeah,
Eh,
she injured her shoulder.
So they both injured each other's shoulder.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you're saying that Rhea's hurt right now?
Rhea's hurt right now.
And so what happened with her? Was she on Monday Night Raw? What happened?
She was on Monday Night Raw and she dropped her title.
She relinquished it?
Yeah,
That's the storyline right now. She relinquished her title.
yes,
After all that dominant run, that's how they get the belt off of her. She relinquished the title. That's what happened.
I don't think it's a storyline. I think it's an actual injury.
Okay, so maybe the storyline is that Liv did it to her, but maybe she already had the shoulder injury.
Probably, yes.
Okay. Well, um, yeah, I don't know if I like that, but it is what it is. If that's what the case is, um, so right now there's no women's champion.
Right, still got Bailey,
I'm
but
talking about on Raw.
yeah,
No, no
no women's
women's.
champion, but there will be champion crown next week.
Oh, they're gonna have a women's tournament, or what are they gonna do?
No, I don't know what they're gonna do. They haven't said yet. They
But they're
said,
saying they're gonna crown one.
yeah.
Okay, well, give me an excellent.
All right,
Excellent.
Okay. All right. So what else took place, Mr. Divine?
we also had the unveiling of new designs for the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, which is now called the World Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
Awesome Truth got new title designs. I didn't think they looked good.
So the belts, the new belts were presented to them on Monday.
Yes, they were.
Okay. Was that a good segment or what?
It was funny. It was a funny segment. R-Truth did his his comedy thing.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay. Let me ask you this: who did he think Triple H was?
Tommaso Ciampa.
He thought he was Tomas Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh man. Hey, our truth is killing it. He always kills it in his spots. He's a funny, funny guy,
Yeah.
and he can wrestle too. So that's a good dude. I like that. He should have been world champion, and he's still looking good at 52 years old, man. Shout out to him. Give a round of applause to our truth. You deserve it, man. So what else took place? And congratulations to Officer Truth with the new belts.
Yep.
I'm not really a fan of them either. They all trying to mirror each other. The world title looks like the women's title looks like the tag team title. So I don't know what they're trying to do, but whatever. I guess keep it uniform. I guess. Anyway, what else happened?
We also had DIY versus the New Day versus the Creed brothers in a
Okay.
triple team tag team match segment for the number one contenders for the tag team championships. And the winner was DIY, and they face Awesome Truth next week.
On Raw?
Yep.
Oh, well. Awesome Truth will be keeping those belts.
Yeah, right.
What you mean?
I think DIY will win.
Stop. Come on. Why are you playing yourself?
I'm not.
So
I'm just saying. I
so
just think they will.
yeah.
I just think they're winning.
You think so? I don't think so, son.
They didn't ask.
Well, so it's gonna be Regeneration X against each other, huh?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's one that we can both talk about. But Awesome Truth will win that, and next week I will be on you about that because I don't know why you would even think the DY
DIY.
DIY. They're not my favorite kind of guys, so I don't remember their name.
Didn't ask.
Like
All right. We also had a return match of the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Oh, my boy.
Yep. And he defeated Ivar in a okay match.
Ivar.
Ivar.
Oh, okay. It was. You said it was just all right.
Yep. We also had Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio. and Andrade won.
Okay.
And JD McDonough attacked Andrade from behind, but Ricochet came out and made the save. The match was pretty good, I would say so. Um, I don't know why Ricochet's coming out.
Maybe they're setting something up with them to be a tag team.
No, Andrade needs to be singles.
I would think so too, but I mean, coming out to save him, that's always seems like that's how they play them to be a tag team together. Other people anyway. So
We also had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven won.
Dewdrop was on that one and on SmackDown. They were both on SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, Piper Niven was there. Yes.
Yes, Piper Niven, aka Dewdrop, and Chelsea Green. Okay.
FK, formerly known as.
Okay. And what else?
We also had an intercontinental title match between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable.
Oh boy. And that was the main event, right?
That was the main event.
Okay, what happened?
Sami Zayn won. They used a lot of the injuring of the leg that was going on between Gunther and Sami, and they were using that in that match. And after the match, Sami came out to hug his family, hug his wife, but out of nowhere, Chad Gable does a German suplex and he turns heel, which, if you guys don't know, which is a bad guy. Good guy turned to a bad guy.
So he's going from a face to a heel.
Yes.
Good guy to a bad guy. Okay, but Sammy won the match though.
Yes.
And then he got attacked. Okay. All right. So anything else or
Anything else? We also had a Cody promo, which basically was giving us a sign to say that Cody is going to SmackDown. Yeah, that was a sign. Jey Uso came out. They basically just said it. Jey Uso said his goodbyes as Cody's going to SmackDown, and Cody at the end said, "Until we yeet again."
yeet? Yeet. Okay. And so was that pretty much
That was pretty much it. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, those were the two shows for this past week. What is SmackDown looking like on Friday? Do we know?
As of right now, we have Bailey versus Naomi, LA Knight versus AJ, another Cody promo. I think that's it for right now.
So far. Okay. Well, I told you Bailey's gonna win that one against Naomi, and then we both say AJ is gonna beat LA. So let's go on to the next thing, which is the Premium and Live event that's going to be taking place this weekend.
No, you can call a pay-per-view on this one.
AEW still uses pay-per-view terminology.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll just say the pay-per-view this weekend. What is it, Sunday?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Sunday. AEW uses the old format Sunday. So Sunday, and it's called, what's the pay-per-view called?
Dynasty.
Okay. So let's get into Dynasty, and why don't you break down and tell me what matches are going to be on that card, and then we can go from there.
Okay, we have the Young Bucks versus FTR in a tag team ladder match for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Okay.
We have Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson in a dream match situation.
I like that match. Okay.
Then we also had Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Swerve's house. Okay.
We also had Kazuchika Okada versus FKA Adrian Neville.
Okay. Oh, Pac. Okay. Yes.
For the AEW Continental Championship.
Okay.
And then for the AEW International Championship, we also had Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly in a best friends situation that they got going on right now. Two former members of NXT's best faction, one of WWE's best factions of all time, the Undisputed Era.
Okay.
We also had Adam Copeland versus Eddie Kingston, Adam Copeland, Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black in a 6-man tag team match, a trios match. That's what
Okay.
they call it. And then we also had Julia Hart versus Will Nightingale in a House Rules match for the TBS Championship, which will probably assume that Mercedes Moné, FKA, Sasha Banks will be there.
Okay.
And right now, that's it. Oh, we got one more match confirmed tonight. We have
Tonight, what?
tonight at Dynamite, since it's Wednesday. The Guns and Jay White, the Bullet Club Gold, versus the Acclaimed, Billy Gunn and the Acclaim.
Okay. Well, okay. So that's tonight. Okay. Let's just stick to the pay per view, and let's talk about what's going on in the pay per view.
That's
Okay.
all. That's gonna be on the pay per view.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe I got confused there. Okay. So I want to go into. Let's start again from the top. You said the first match was what?
It's gonna be an AEW tag team
Title match.
Between Young Bucks and FTR.
Who you got?
I got the Young Bucks.
I got FTR.
All right.
I got FTR to put a whooping on them boys. And so, what makes you think the Young Bucks?
They got the storyline going on right now. We're looking to get all the gold right now.
Yeah, right. You don't know what you're talking about, brother.
I watch AEW more than you, so I know what I'm talking about.
Not really.
Yes,
I'm the one who has it on record on the DVR. So
yeah, I watch the pay-per-views and I see the storylines.
Yeah,
You skip over them. So.
We're gonna find out. FTR, we'll see about it next week. I'll be saying I told you so. Let's keep going.
Okay, we have Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. I got Will Ospreay.
I got Bryan Danielson.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a match. I'm boasting your face.
Okay, we'll see. But I got Bryan Danielson to go ahead and make him tap.
Okay, I have Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland.
Okay. And you said you got what?
I got Swerve Strickland.
Oh man, yeah, we're definitely gonna battle next week because nowhere in the world Swerve is winning that. That's Joe. One of the greatest champions ever. Like, no, he's not winning that.
We also have Kazuchika Okada versus Pac. I got Okada.
Me too. I definitely got Okada. They're hyping up Okada so much right now. It's just like Pac. They really ain't doing nothing with him. AKA Neville, they ain't doing nothing with him. So definitely got Okada. Okay. And what's next?
Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale. I got Willow.
I do too. You know what that's setting up for?
Mercedes versus Willow too.
Yeah, because Willow was the one who hurt her before, right?
Yes.
When they were in Japan, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely gonna have that, and then Mercedes will take the belt from Willow on that. But that's what that's leading up to. Okay. Well, what's next?
We also have Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black.
Adam Copeland, aka Edge. For anybody who don't know, that's Edge, the rated R superstar. You said him, Eddie Kingston, and who else?
Mark Briscoe.
Oh, and Briscoe. Okay. I'm gonna take the House of Black. I think they're gonna cheat their way out of that. And that's a loss for all the Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Briscoe. What you got?
I got the House of Black.
You got the House of Black also?
Yes, I do.
So we both in so we're both in agreement on that one. Okay, and what else?
That is it as of right now. The Acclaim versus the Gun Club. Bullet Club Gold.
Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Bullet Club Gold because they're gonna cheat them out of that. So
Bullet Club Gold.
Who you got?
Bullet Club Gold.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So we both got that. I thought it sounded like when you were naming them off, there was way more matches. Now all of a sudden, that's it.
It seemed like it at first, but it's just these matches.
Maybe you just drug it out like, yeah, no, the next match. You was moving like a sloth.
One more match.
I'm sure there is.
One more match.
I'm sure there is.
Because they put it all. The website that they got me going on is just so much ads and stuff. It's just too much out of control.
I swear I heard more matches.
Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly.
Right.
I got Roderick Strong.
See, this is where I'm gonna have to pick Strong because I really don't know Kyle O'Reilly like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick Strong because I remember him. You know what I always say? You remember him from NXT and their days in NXT. I don't remember any of that, but what I do remember from AEW is Strong having on the neck brace in the wheelchair, acting like he's just hurt.
Yes.
There's no Jericho on the card.
No Jericho.
No Lionheart, huh?
Well, they might announce it. I have no idea. They
Okay.
might
At this
announce.
point.
At this point, it's not looking like it.
Okay. What's going on with Adam Cole, baby? Is he still hurt, or when's he coming back, or do we know?
He's still hurt. His timetable's looking like it's gonna be during the summer where he'll come back.
Okay. And then where is MJF? Can I give MJF a clap, hand clap? I need some MJF in my life. I need some more of that talking slick. One of the best promos in the game. What's going on with him?
He still has like multiple injuries right now. It's gonna be a long time before we see MJF in the ring again.
Damn. I love me some Maxwell. Man, okay. Well, I mean, I guess so, We're coming to the end of the show now. I'm just the state of wrestling that it's in right now. I was telling you that earlier. It's looking like it's moving in a good direction. They just have to stay on course. Um, Especially the WWE, they got to stay on course with what they're gonna do. AEW, they're in their own lane. It reminds me of a WCW lane. They just got to stay off that WCW path because it'll be destruction if they do that.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
WWE's like they're really in a good spot if they continue to flow with what they're going. How do you feel about WWE and where it's going and what's going on with them right now?
It's one of the best eras has ever been. I can't
I
lie.
don't know about that.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
saying.
not asking the old head's opinion.
Old heads, huh? You talking about wealth of knowledge, wisdom. That's what you're talking about.
Mine's deteriorating.
Oh, it sounds like yours is. You couldn't even get it out. Deteriorating. You see how easy I said that? It flowed. You got to understand what it said. It flowed.
Deteriorating.
Still sounded bad.
No, it didn't.
So I can't go off of no Young Bach and what they think because they don't know. All you saw was highlights and clips. You weren't there when it actually took place. The real eras.
The actual shows are accessible, unlike some like sports and stuff. But yeah, but WWE is accessible.
Yeah, it's accessible to you to rewatch it, but you weren't there when it was happening live, and that's the issue. You can only tell me what you think you saw, but you don't know what you really saw because you really weren't there to see it when it was happening. So I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, this is like I said, it's going in a good direction. But to say that it's coming out to be one of the best eras, stop it. Just stop.
No, that's not.
That's a stop it moment.
For sure, top 3.
Man. Yeah. Okay.
You have the new generation era in your top 3. I don't want to hear that. You have Bret Hart's era in your top 3.
Bret Hart's the best wrestler of all time. That's why.
No.
Okay. Well, we've been over this before, and I'm not finna just abuse you right now with all the facts and the wealth of knowledge that I have. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Another awesome show. It was good seeing you and going over the show again, Mr. Divine.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm the best.
Have a good rest of the week, everybody. We will be back next week.
Yep.
TNT, Divine Dialogue, Explosive. We closing out another good episode. Father and son.